Alright, it's Sunday and that means time to relax with some Harvest Moon. Give our dog a hug, whistle at him, check and see what's happening in the village. For example, tomorrow is the Tomato Festival and I absolutely do not want to lose that. And we'll go out and tend to our crops. It's always nice to relax for a good portion every week, and that is why I want to sit back and enjoy this. So, yesterday, in the game that is, we gave our first batch of honey to this weirdo called Lewis. And his one characteristic is that he loves bees. So he's come over to investigate our little bee farm here. And lo and behold, they are special bees. So special, we're going to get some extra money. They're going to settle for 60 now, instead of 50. And I do like more money. Let's celebrate that by chucking some away. Now, do a bit of a recap on what we have here. We have the maxed out watering can, and that is the most important tool to max out. And we've got the copper axe, which is also important, but not vitally so. Now the hurricane that decided to tear its way through really ravaged my farm. Cost us a lot of ducats, at least 7,000 just on the pineapples alone. So I'm none too impressed with the with Mother Nature. But them's the breaks. Although I was a safe, scumming little kid, those days are long past. So here is Caesar. There goes Caesar. Okay, I'm gonna have to show him who really rules the Republic here. Now we're gonna whistle for him, and then give him a bit of a brushing. He loves that, and then he goes and buggers off back into the barn. I read up, and no, you do not need to talk to Caesar. You do need to talk to cattle and your sheep, but not to the horse, not if you want the horse to like you. So, you know what, forget our farm at the moment, I'll have plenty of time for watering it later. For now, I want to woo the ladies, and nothing woos quite like a whole bunch of flowers being shoved in their face. I like to think I know women pretty well. I want to check in on Popuri as well, because we finally have a little hatchling to look after. Let's give it a hug. It makes absolutely no difference, but let's check its description as well. Popuri, and that's all we need to know. Now there's no point feeding it, it makes no difference, it doesn't need food until it's fully grown, but I don't know if that actually matters for the first day that it becomes fully grown, so I'm going to put food there anyway. It only costs 10 gold for a batch of food, and that's okay. Let's grab some more of these flowers and go and speak to our beloved Popuri, who is hopefully over at the river. Anne is here as well. Anne, do you like flowers? Not really. That was the generic, oh you gave me a gift that I don't really care about reaction. But Popuri loves these. All the relationship advice I ever needed. To talk to girls, just go up to them and press X. She's so stupid she didn't get taught how to run the farm. Okay, well that's her problem, not mine. I'm just here to swing my axe around. And I really want this axe leveled up, so I don't have to waste so much time chopping down stumps. But the sooner I can upgrade my house, the better. And we are very close to maxing it out, which is good news for us. Oh, that's right, there are no more bamboo shoots to pick up, so it'd be a waste of time going and looking for them. Indeed, Anne is a big fan of boiled eggs, so once we get egg production on the go, I will probably forego putting them into the shipping bin in favour of boiling them and giving them to Anne every day. Because I want to be in Anne's good books by autumn. Because she has a party and I want to be invited to it. Hold on, is that in autumn? I can't remember. I really need to grab a list of everybody's birthdays at some point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Done. Or we can do it in 6, but I think it takes a little longer. Not really worried about MC here. Marvin getting a little tuckered out. He's up to the challenge. So I want to check how we're doing financially as well. We got just over 1,000 ducats, which is abysmal, really. I need a lot more money than that. Especially since they're probably going to have a bigger backpack in the supermarket, if not now, then later. But still, I do want everyone to like me just a bit more. Magical Magikarp is asking, why don't you play the real Stardew Valley? It bores you, or is there another reason? Stardew Valley does bore me quite a lot. It just didn't feel right. Felt like a rip-off of Harvest Moon, but it also felt a lot like Terraria, and I did not like Terraria. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't dropped anything off with this guy, so we'll leave him to his own devices. Now, if you want the blacksmith here in your good books, just give him some nice ore. If you want Gray here to be in your good books, I can't remember. I think he likes some cooked dishes. So we'll see if Mary's going about. Oh ho! And then some. Now we could say we come to read, or we could say we're just dropping by. But I want to make this girl like me, so a trick to that is to say what they want and what you want them to hear. Fascinating. Here, have something. Okay, I'm not here to listen to you. Blind IRL says all the people in this game are adorable. Many are. Here you go. I think she wouldn't take my gift there because it was an event, but there you go. And she's very excited because much like her father, she loves all scavenged items. Wish I'd brought something for Carter now. Carter is one of my favorite characters in Back to Nature. Okay, that I want. I want that so badly. Jeff, could you put it on my tab, please? It's nice to spend some time socializing in and around the town because we spend so much time dealing with our farm. Can't forget about good old Ellie. She likes some flowers as well. Oh, she loves it. Flowers are usually an easy out in Harvest Moon and Rune Factory games because almost everybody loves flowers. Some super macho men don't like them, but then they suck in the boxing arena, so what do I care about their feelings? I think the carpenter doesn't care too much about flowers. But you there, how do you feel? Carter's such a nice guy. Oh, get a load of this guy. Red Crane is asking how Rick is doing. I guess I'll go and check up on him. Do I have my fishing pole with me? Sadly not. I tried to fish the power berry out of the sea, but I had no luck doing it. Either that or I found it without realizing. Wish I'd brought in some flowers for Popuri's mum. Rick is probably upstairs moping. Either that or he's in the supermarket doing terrible things to our beloved Karen. Or he's working like a dog. Yeah. We're in there. It's actually tempting to drop by and speak to Kai for a little bit, but I don't have a gift for him. I wonder if he likes flowers. Nah, I ain't doubling back just to get him some flowers. We'll go and say hi to Kai. So he runs a little cafe down here. And Kai might come across as a bit of an asshole to everyone else in the village, but I think he's a cool guy. He's so cool that I'm gonna buy some lovely hot steaming water from him. Cheers, Kai. Take it easy. Rick thinks it's Kai's fault he's not doing well with Kai. Oh! Chuck Karen into the bin. We found the one woman in this game who is the true heartthrob. Ah, Mana. I can't remember what Mana's favourite thing is, but I want to give her some gifts. And then there's Sasha and the other one, but nah. Never mind them. Well, back to the farm, because we've got some work to do. We still haven't been able to harvest anything, which is taking its toll on our ducat counter, because I want that bigger backpack and I want it bad. As soon as I have it, it means I can start carrying around all my tools at once. And nobody cares about us, so they're not sending us mail. Do you remember when you used to send letters? I do. They were grim times, so let's not romanticize them. Well, there were exceptions to that. Crunch. Receiving a letter is a joy that you don't feel these kinds of days. So I have good memories of getting mail. Then again, I have bad memories of having to send granny letters. Ups and downs. So I think all he's picking up is a bit of honey, but it's still Pronjus that he collects. Now, since we're on our farm, and we got on our farm before nighttime hit, we get to keep hearing the not-so-great summer music until we leave and re-enter. I really want to get my house upgraded before... oh, wait, no, I tell a complete lie. Our onions are ready for harvesting. I made a terrible mistake here. I should have harvested them, and then I would have had a lot more money to play around with. Could even upgrade my axe. But I didn't, so let's get on it now. There's no point in selling the flowers. They are not worth any money in this game. I'm not sure if they've ever been worth money in a Harvest Moon game, but in Rune Factory, flowers can be worth big money. In fact... excuse me, something's taken my voice today. And I lost my train of thought yet again. Flowers are worth the big money in Rune Factory. To top it all off, the great golden emery flower being the big value. Now we pop into the coop just because there's a shipping bin. There's also one inside the barn. And that ends the summer music. Now, one disadvantage when hurricanes strike, and the same with winter storms, is that you can't see to your animals, and they may get sick after that, and you'll need to get some potion for them. But I think I think the manual at least tells you that you can hire harvest sprites for that. Yet, I can't help but feel harvest sprites don't actually do anything. Okay, hold on, what am I doing? I've got this. Could be cutting everything down. We're almost maxed out on the axe. The hammer does not matter at all. The sickle also really doesn't matter. There's no point upgrading it. You don't save much time cutting down large amounts of weeds with its super attack. But it's good to keep the farm kinda clear, because I don't want crops I don't want weeds infringing where my crops are. I'm being asked if flowers are useless, why have them? I wanted them for the event where Anna came along and gave me a power berry in exchange for a vast number of my flowers. Because power berries are the best thing in the game. You should grab them whenever you can. Yeah, I might as well just whip out the axe and chop some ground a wee bit. I'd really like to plant things where all the flowers are right now as well, but I don't have a storage thing for all those flowers. Just gonna chop on the ground for a wee bit. And then that should be us. 400%, well, 300%. And we'll be able to max that thing out. But in terms of money, I do not have the 5,000, I think it'll be, to upgrade it all the way up to Mithril. I want that upgrade, so I shall see to it as soon as we get the money in for all of those onions that we shipped. Otherwise, let's just take a nap. The ultimate time for making money in this game is autumn, though. As soon as you hit autumn, you can start planting the sweet potatoes, and boy do they make tons of dosh. Extremely expensive, and extremely fast to regrow. And that works well with the figure of 8 plantation that I do. Crazy axe-wielding psychopath in the garden. Run, everyone. Hey now. I used a fair amount of axe when I was in my garden. Back when I had a garden. But now I'm here in Stockholm where people don't believe in having space. Let's just go straight to bed. And I wish I'd checked that weather report now. So thanks to Jake managing to beat bad dudes, I now have burgers for dinner. Thanks for making me fat, Jake. No problem, Red. Let's just hope there's not another hurricane on the way. There is not. But let's watch our favourite programme, Life on the Farm. Farmer Fran. Yes, Jim, you remember what we were talking about yesterday? About how to take care of cows, right? I'll teach you about pasturing today. You can't lift a cow like you can a chicken, so you have to push the cow from behind to get it outside. But I can't push it when it walks into a wall or the feed box. That's where the bell comes in handy. When you ring the bell, the cow will walk towards you. That gives you a way to line it up so you can push it from behind again. If you don't take good care of the cow, you may not come close when you ring the bell, so be careful. Lovely. What else is on TV? What's your passion? Today, Imaku Mizuta will be hosting the show. We have a guest here today. Please welcome fortune teller Polypheno Love. Hello, I always thought you could be... Well, I think I missed something there. I always thought you could be a woman. I was wondering if you could tell my fortune. No problem, could I take a look at your forehead? People's lives are condensed onto their foreheads. Let's see here. Mako, you missed your chance to marry. Well, that's rough. And then there's the news. Oh, of course, today is the Tomato Festival. Right, I need to deal with my crops and then go deal with that. Since nobody's going to be around on a festival day, I should just get my crops and such seen to before 5 o'clock. It's usually when these things end. Oh, sweet. Unfortunately, because it's a festival day, I don't think Zach is going to come and collect my crops. But this will be a nice, healthy harvest for us. How fitting that we get our first tomato harvest on the tomato festival. Stars are aligning. How many days are there in a season, Jake? There are 30 days, and there are 4 seasons in a year. I'm sure you can do the maths there even better than me. Still going to be about 10 days before we see any of those pineapples sprouting up, but when we do, we are going to be well and truly in the money. Ka-ching. Now, if you truly want to get in the money before summer comes around, you want to mine silly until you get cabbage seeds, because cabbages sell for, what is it, $2.50 each? Take a long time to grow, but that money. And whilst you may think that's not so worthwhile when you can grow lots of turnips faster, on the first spring you're very likely to be low leveled on many things. So it's going to take you a long time to water an equivalent number of turnips to get the same amount of dough. So cabbages will help you out. But that is assuming you're willing to go and mine for all that money. And in this, I have not been willing to mine for all that money. Now, if you're looking to play a farming game, but you really don't want to take all the steps back to this, because there are a lot of conveniences in the more recent Harvest Moons and Rune Factories, I really recommend Rune Factory 3 and 4. Amazing games. If you're going to play either of them, play 3 first and then 4. Because Rune Factories age like milk. Once you played a later Rune Factory, you don't even want to know about the ones that came before. It's a bit regrettable that we will not be getting our money though. I really want that money. Oh well. I want a backpack, I want a better axe, there's a lot of things I want, but that's what keeps you going in these kinds of games. Once you're married and you have tons of money, you kinda lose your sight and focus in this game, which is why it's good to wait quite a bit on marriage. Also, check it out, this is our new coupe. If I could name it, I would call it the coup de grace, but I cannot. Let's keep you well fed, check on the amount of food that we've got, loads of it, and give you a little hug, even though we don't need to. You're so cute, Popuri. And I think that does it for things we need to deal with on the farm. No sense in grabbing any of those flowers and such, there's nobody to give them to, we can't give them out at festivals, and I can always go chopping wood later. Let's go and... let's go and what exactly? Let's forage. I'll chop things with my axe later on, but what I really want to do is enter that tomato throwing competition. Jake, can you reach a point where money doesn't even matter? Oh yes, you can reach that point by the end of fall. Heck, you can reach that point by the end of summer if you're a real go-getter. Because once you have all your upgrades and the hothouse, money just... That's one thing Back to Nature is actually lacking. Something big to go for with your money later on. Even Harvest Moon DS had an island you could buy. I don't think you could ever go and visit it, but oh well. Alright, time for probably my favourite festival. How's it going, May? No. No. Okay, I need to check something here. Right, so I must join a team at least. And I don't spy a Karen here, so I think I'm going to be joining in with Anne's team. My heart is wavering, Karen. Besides, if I join with Anne's team, I get to cream Rick. Kai and I are on the same page here. How's it going, Procuri? Hell no. Why is she so mad? Because I don't have flowers for her? Oh, but can I join your team, Mana? Oh. Oh. Jinx! I can't say no to you. I just can't. Sorry, Anne, but the real heartthrob got me. Alright, here's the explanation. Press the triangle button to hide in the barrel, X whilst hiding to ready a tomato, X to throw the tomato. Directional keys to aim. Alright. Yeah, I got it. So triangle to hide, X to throw. Alright. Coconut team led by Duke is going to demolish the sheep team led by Stu. Alright. Alright, Stu, you're going down. Oh, damn. Yes! Man has got this! Whew. You know the rules, right? Of course I do. Sorry, Anne. I do love you, but you know what they say. If you love someone, you'll set the tomatoes free. Mana the carry. She's on point again. Alright. Oh man, she was mine. You're going down. Give me your daughter. Naturally, the coconut team are bringing it home. My only regret is that I couldn't cream Rick. Please work hard so we can harvest enough tomatoes for the... Okay, I really hope that drives up the demand for tomatoes, because I'm shipping those. How you doing, Mana? Yes, you do. Divide and conquer. The rule of grand strategy. Ah, Duke just gives us the same spiel. Oh man, I love this festival. Now that's an unusual shot you get of Ellie there. You don't see that often. And an unusual thing from Stu there, but sorry, I'm not threatened by bowl cuts. How about Rick and Kai? Rick has no friends, you say? What a pity. He couldn't even get Karen in on this. When Kai and Rick threw tomatoes at each other, they hit me. Okay, I guess that's why I couldn't even cream them. They got destroyed. Yes. How's it going, Thomas? Now, I think you get a relation boost with everybody when you win a festival like that. So, that feels good. And you get an extra bonus for talking to people. That's what I think. I should really check up on this. These are all values I used to know like the back of my arse, but those days are gone. Okay, we've still got a little bit to do. We need to rest up, and I've got some wood to go and collect. Really, we owe that that victory to Mana. She represented. And of course, Zach did not come and pick up our crops because, as he told us before, he wants a day off too. Let's grab some honey. That's another 60 gold into the bin. All that tomato throwing really takes it out of a guy. So what am I checking here? I'm at 300% on the axe, so I can upgrade that straight away. And I have 223 lumber. I don't know how much I need to upgrade my house, but in a pinch I could always buy more lumber. I really don't want to, but I could. Valius is asking how long we've been playing today. It's just half an hour, not much. What a relaxing game. Just what you need after a long week of probably working hard. And if you haven't been working hard, then congratulations, you've probably figured out life. Or you're a NEET. Which could also be considered that. Could go and cut down those other stumps, but nah. It gets very tiresome chopping down stumps without the mithril axe. Probably not mithril, probably mistyril, but yeah. Make a diary entry and do it often. You can't actually, you cannot save scum the weather, at least not by one day. If I woke up on this coming day and it showed a hurricane, I would have to load 2 days back if I wanted to avoid it, which means I'd have to do the Tomato Festival all over again. We're not about to be save scumming, not on this this playthrough. This playthrough is just relaxation mode for Simulation Sunday. Jake, why not go mine some mithril? How about you tell me what the next birthday is, especially if it's a girl's birthday, because that is the way to get affection with somebody. 40 wrapped gifts that they love on their birthday usually gets them all the way up to red heart. So that's good news. We've got sunshine and happiness. And some more life on the farm. Farmer Fran. This game is full of cuties. If you have grass fields that can be cut, then you can put the cow out to pasture and it can eat that grass. If you do that, then you don't need to put fodder in the feed. Actually, that I didn't know, so thank you. Time for more Shogi Hour. I hope you are keeping up with the 100 Dan rank players game here. 5-7 pawn, 4-5 rook. Promoted bishop? I clearly don't know the first thing about shogi. And once again, nobody wants to send me any mail. Alright, so what are we going to do? I think we'll tend to Caesar first. Grow up fast now, Caesar. Thankfully, we're getting along quite well with the relationship with Caesar. I need that up to, I think, at least 8 hearts, or else he's going to be taken away from me. We don't need to worry about it, but it is something to keep in mind. So I want my fully grown horse so that I can win the horse festival. Because then I can bet on myself. Or bet on someone else and throw the match. I'm not above doing stuff like that. It was just so relaxing. It's funny because in so many games I abhor farming and grinding and all that repetitive action for no real gain, but when the game is about the farming, then I don't know, it becomes enjoyable in a way. And that comes from a guy who really loved playing Monster Hunter. Jake, you missed watering 2 pineapples. Thanks for the heads up. I guess I'll get back on them. I better fill myself up first, though. Oh shoot, I've forgotten to stuff Popuri full of flowers again. I don't think they leave until 10 o'clock though, so should have enough time for this. Oh, where did she go? Oh well, here you go, Anne. You're very welcome. How are you feeling? No, I've used that one before. You should stream Monster Hunter sometime, Jake. Should also count as a simulation, right? Yeah, sure, let's just stream 280 hours of bloody Monster Hunter. Oh man, that would be the pits. On that note, I did watch a speedrun of Monster Hunter and it was very entertaining. I could never speedrun Monster Hunter though. Now we're joining Jake 50 hours in as he continues to smash his hammer against Lao Shan's toes. It's going about as well as it did before. Aha, you're right, I did miss these. Not so good at telling when plots are watered and when they are not. So, what have I got? What am I doing? I better tend to my little bird first. Is it still a little bird? It is. You're so cute, Popuri. Let's give you a hug again. I really don't think putting that food down there does anything, but I might as well get into the rhythm of it for now. Gee, you don't have to stream 100% run, Jake. Keep your panties on. It's never not 100% when I go for Monster Hunter. Oh, I wonder if Mana likes flowers. I should give her a little gift, both to thank her for being the early carry on the tomato throwing competition, and to expand that rift between her and Duke. You should give gifts to everybody. Strange rumors might spread if you only give gifts to the pretty girls, though I don't think that would happen to you. Anyway, thank you. I love this. And I love you, Mana. Magical Magikarp is asking if you can have children in this game. You can have one child. It takes a very long time, but it does eventually grow up and start running around and going goo goo gaga. Let's see, I'm not drowning in gifts here, but Mary, I might as well give you some flowers. Hee hee. Have you considered streaming Illusion of Gaia? There's Illusion of Time where I'm from, but oh snap, Karen isn't here to give gifts to. Oh well. It is a consideration, but it's a pretty long game, and whilst the story and plot and all that jazz is really good, poor Hamlet. You know what, I got money to burn, let's have an exam. I do not like the gameplay evolution of Gaia, is what I'm saying. It's a bit stale. Turn your head and cough. Very weak, huh? Oh, he's just using this to push a sale of Bodigizer. I'm not buying your drugs, Doctor. I'm out of here. Soviet Penguin pointing out that we haven't even seen Karen this session. We'll see her. In fact, I think we should see her tonight. Flowers. Alright, let's go for it. Wait, no, there's no point in giving flowers to you. Besides, didn't I already give you some? How's it going, man? I'd like some alcohol, but you don't deal in that, so I'll just have a free drink of water. Alright, but here's one. Sadly, there's nothing I need to buy from the man. Nah, I don't have the money to be buying anything from him anyway. Okay, and I've already seen to my farm, so what am I going to do? I think we'll grab our pole, and then we'll go down to the beach. I gotta make a decision here. Popuri or her mother. Or Rick. Could always give Rick some flowers, but I could also punch Rick in the face. Schadenfreude at its finest. Okay, they're closed. Well, better not have these go to waste. Here you go, Rick. They're laced with something, but you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I wonder if Goats is available to take an order. No, maybe he's too busy on Sundays. Actually, I seem to remember him saying he goes up to the mountains on Sundays, so never mind that. I need to commission that work on my house sooner or later. What we'll do is we'll chop up all the wood, we'll take a dip in the hot springs, we'll gather up some gifts, and we'll go and hang out with everybody at the inn. Don't know where grabbing my pole comes into that, but yeah, I still do that. Warzemzi saying 250 viewers on a Harvest Moon game. What is this world? Really, even if there were no viewers, I'd still be enjoying playing this. Streaming gets a lot better when your primary metric is not viewer count. He's probably going to go on about being on his break right now, but I could at least try. Goats, I need a bigger place to live. Ugh. How about you, Lewis? Leave obsessed people to their own devices. So we'll have a nice dip. Good night, blind. Jake giving Rick flowers all to convince Karen that Rick is seeing someone else. Aye, the relationship strats are getting pretty meta here. So just a quick dip is all we need. And Karen should be at the inn tonight, and we really do want to see Karen, so that's the plan. But before I go there, I really want to grab my pole. There's nothing I really want to give up for it, but I suppose I can get rid of the scythe. It's not been all that great for me, and when you can always pull out weeds without even costing stamina. Pitrell says first time catching Jake on. So it's quite often that there are people that are here for their first time. And it must be bamboozling when you come here expecting grand strategy and you see something like Bad Dudes or one more. Yeah, you see Bad Dudes or Harvest Moon or Fort Zombie. You must think this is not what I signed up for. Warzemsy saying, don't get me wrong, I love Harvest Moon, but I'm the only one out of people that I know. Well, dangerous to assume you're alone in this world. I got a couple of onion seeds. It's very tempting to sow them, because my money status could be a lot better. 6 grand is not enough for everything I want. I want to upgrade my hammer and I want that better backpack. Tough. Applying Fort Zombie doesn't attract the most viewers, Jake. Jake, imagine what it was like for the person who saw you streaming for the first time and witnessed the zoo race. They'll be enlightened by the glory of God by now. So we'll leave our basket here. We'll come back for it later, but we need to stop off for a wee drink at the inn first. And see, everyone who's anyone is already here. How's it going, Basil? I'm pretty sure your name is Greg. Ah, but our main man, the Duke. There's no hard feelings about me seducing your wife, right? I can't bring myself to hate Duke, he's so cool. But hey, Karen, how are you doing? Yes, I am. You know, I think we are peas of a pod here. Have some honey. Oh, okay. She hates honey. Well, at least she's still on Blue Heart there. That's odd, I thought she loved honey. Not loved, but at least liked as much as Moondrop flowers. Oh well. I am denied, but at least there's this lovely rift between her and Rick. Yes, it is. Wonder if you like these. Sorry, it's not you I'm after. I'm just after your permission for Anne. And that's us for gifts. Let's get out of here. Angela Foley says, 2 hoes are more dramatic live. When it goes up on YouTube, you know immediately if it's a pass or a fail. I've tried to think of ways around that. I mean, if I set it to, no matter what, have a 2-hour length, then at least those that I clear in about 1:30, I could just bump the length of the video up to 2 hours and no one would know until they actually watch it. But the trouble with that is that it is effort, and I certainly do not like effort. This is one of the worst places to go fishing. There's so much garbage. And the timing is very hard. What we're going to do is go to a place that is much easier for fishing. The ocean is the best once you get the proper pole, but we just have the regular one. You don't get the big one until you've fished up 30 fish. And if we check, I think we only have 3 in the pond. No, we've got 4 in the pond. They're not breeding because we're not feeding them, but they don't breed at a very fast rate anyway. I think it takes 30 days. 30 days of feeding to knock them up 1 level, and then once they are big fish, they will breed at the rate of once every 30 days. I think. How did you become QA if you do not like effort, Jake? Because I'm really good at lying. Effort, yeah, do that till the day I die. I'm full of effort, yeah. Commitment, oh, I got that in bags. Another stump that I could be chopping down, but nah. This is the #1 place to do your fishing. The rate of getting fish here is huge. Must be the whole lack of pollution. That said, it's still not all that easy to do your fishing. It's funny how once you do loads of fishing with the regular pole that's very hard to do it with, then you get a pole that makes it all easier. Jake, out of all the spooky games you've played, which was your favourite? Geez, Witch's House and Ao Oni were both amazing, so it's rough that you would make me choose. I'm getting tons of fish here, this is wonderful. And absolutely no garbage. I was hoping I would fish up at least 1 bit of garbage. Come now, game. Battle between man and nature continues. But we'll win. And we get a boot. And this is why I bring the basket with me. If you chuck it into the basket, it doesn't count as littering. Then again, that doesn't really matter on Mother Hill because nobody cares if you litter on the hill. I mean, there's no one here to catch you. Still, I don't want to be a litter bug, so we bring the basket with us. It also doesn't count as capacity towards the basket because the basket only counts sellable items. Even if it only has a value of 1, it counts as one of the 30 capacity in the basket. Running out of time here, Hill. Actually, there's no point in me finding any more fish because I wouldn't have a place to put them. Don't forget Ebe, Jake. Ebe was pretty good, but it was no Witch's House. And Ao Oni was the real outlier there. Grufflo is asking if I program anything. No, I am not a programmer. Although I script stuff every now and then. That doesn't require programmer knowledge. Yes, Ovalius, I did get your message about some RPG Maker games. I already looked into the Pavel's painting one. It didn't look all that amazing, but... hey, what do I know? Okay, the sun is about to rise. We need to get ourselves over to bed. Gonna kill just a few more minutes, and then away we go. Because since it's 5 AM, it counts as morning time, and we get morning music. throw all our fish into the pond because I do eventually want to have 50 of them, as painful as that is. Pretty sure everything is watered. So like a true go-getter, we get to enjoy our mandatory 30 minutes of sleep. Jake, completely off topic, but do you have an opinion of White Wolf buying Paradox buying White Wolf Publishing? I do not. And that's not a case of I don't want to open my mouth and say something wrong here, it's that I have no knowledge or interest in the vampire games, so GG Paradox. So more Farmer Fran's lectures about taking care of cows. So yeah, as long as you brush, feed, and talk to your farm animals, they'll love you plenty. Oh, Fairy and Me. Chapter 5. So now, what are you going to do? About what? Are you going to borrow the book and read it at home, or are you going to come here every day to read it? You have two choices. Hey, wait a second. I didn't say I was going to read it at all. But you are going to read it, right? If you're going to borrow it, just write your name and classroom on the card inserted here. She shows me the back of the book. And give it to me. This was the first time I ever talked with Crystal, so I was a little puzzled, but she didn't seem to have any problem, and continued talking. What are you going to do? I took out the card and wrote down my classroom and name, to be continued. And why do I watch this stuff? Okay, I'm not interested in hanging onto my pole anymore, but I'm a little torn here. What'll I do? We're going to have all these plants to water from now until the end of summer, so just get used to it. You don't spill any water if you miss what you were meant to be watering, so that's good. And the corn is ready. I think the corn is worth 100 each, so they're fairly good. But they're also a bit slow. Have Caesar. It bothers me so much that that hurricane came and destroyed my crops. Aquaticus is such a pain. I've heard of a bug where you can clip through the ground and fall infinitely, and I have never seen it in action. Maybe Anne likes honey. Surely everyone loves honey. If I met someone and they explicitly did not like honey, I would not trust them unless they were also allergic to pollen. Because I hear honey is like a little pollen bomb to people that have allergies. Also got to shove Popuri full of flowers again. And confirming that she does indeed love honey. There you go, Popuri. You're so easy. And what's it gonna be? Ah. No better than just giving her a flower, and a flower doesn't cost me 60 gold. Well, let's top up the pop. So many people asking how long we've been live. Why in the world does Twitch not have an uptime feature? It is beyond my comprehension. Okay, I'm so sick of chopping down wood. Today is the day we're gonna get ourselves some mithril or mistyril and upgrade that axe. Now all the, or almost all the Harvest Moon and Rune Factory games have junk ore, but I don't think I've ever seen it useful except in Rune Factory 4. There are quite a few unorthodox uses of it. Not least of all, trying to get the junk ore plus, which when used for crafting makes your weaponry deal only 1 point of damage. And that could be handy. Alright, we've got to dig deep and greedily here. Jake, you've been streaming for 2 hours 50. Aye, but an hour and a half of that was bad dudes with attitudes. Come on, game, don't be throwing your gold at me. I do not need it. Not getting lucky here. Jake, how do you find the stairs down the mine so easily? They are normally opposite of where the ladder is, so around here is where I can expect to find the stairs. Bang. So for example, I'm here, so I suspect it'll be around here. Oh man, my guy's getting exhausted of mining around here. I mean, that's just a general indication of where it can be. It can be off by a fair margin. I'm getting very unlucky getting decent ore. That's what we're looking for. Whilst we're down here, might as well bag a few more. I don't have somewhere to store them, but they are worth a reasonable chunk of money. 40 for the blue ones, 30 for the gold ones, 20 for silver, 10 for bronze, 1 for junk. Alright, well that'll do. Back home we go. Very few people like ore. Yeah, since I'm shipping it anyway, I think I'll give some as a gift. What do I have here? Gold, silver. It is Mistyril, right? Mistyril. Let's go and upgrade. I'll just ship you. And we'll go and upgrade that axe. Check how deep does the mine go. I think it's 15 levels. I've already dug up the power berry from there. I think there's another one in the winter mine, but obviously we cannot access that yet. So I'm going to see if you like gold ore. Yes, it is. You probably wouldn't know. So I'm going to give this to you. Give metal ore as a gift. And look how happy he is. This is great. He's old, so he probably can't dig down very well. And please level up my tool. See, it costs 5 grand, even though we've already upgraded it to bronze. So there we go. 3 days of no lumberjacking. It's going to be painful on the wood, but once we get that all polished up, we will be really good at it. So where to now? Not even sure myself. I don't have the money to go and buy that backpack. I'm still saving up for getting backpack and house extension. Maybe we can go and speak to Gots, get an idea of how much money we are going to need. Did someone enter or leave? I hope it wasn't him leaving. He takes so many breaks, this guy. Oh, it was Harris. He probably just wants everyone to bugger off out of his house. Okay, you were going to tell me how much it is to enlarge my own house. Ooh. It is very much not okay. 370 wood, 4,700 gold. Whereas we currently have 270, so I'd need to buy 100 wood off of him at 50 gold apiece, so that's 5 grand. So we're talking 10 grand to get it upgraded, another 5 grand spent on that backpack. Well, there's money to be made. Which love interest is Jake gunning for? Karen, Karen, not Karen, and Mana. Pitchell's asking me which my preferred girl is. It is definitely Mana. So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to get more onions. They take so long to grow. But I really want that house upgrade. And waiting on my crops is going to be quite a long wait. Oh well, at the very least, we can just get everything watered up for now. I think I topped up my watering can. Guess we'll find out soon enough. I wonder why Mana and Duke are together anyway. Such a loveless relationship. Maybe Duke provides the funds, and I provide the fun. I mean, who's going to be more attractive? Somebody that manages a whole farm, or somebody that manages just a little orchard? Well, thinking about it, one provides you with tomatoes and pineapples, the other provides you with wine, so maybe it is a bit tighter than I'm making it sound. Lovely. All these flowers, and not a home for them. Can't remember if I checked on Papuri already or not, but I want to be sure since I certainly don't want it getting sick. I want it to start breeding. Ah, welcome Bane, always a pleasure. Well, we're actually finished early today. What is there even for us to do? Well, with that in mind, it couldn't hurt to throw down our onions. It will make us a bit of money. Although we're going to be waiting a good 10 days on it. And I don't need any of these other tools. I look forward to getting my axe back though. Wine is like breasts. Even bad breasts are still breasts. I disagree with most of that. But then, I generally do not like wine. I've already told the story about the one drink of wine I did like. And it was a wine that was so old it was chunky. So, I am worried about how your analogy fits in with what I'm saying. Did we see Karen today or not? I wonder if she's going to be around for us. Nah, she'll be indoors until it's time for boozing. But hey, we could always do a touch of boozing ourselves. And also a touch of fish. Nah, forget it. Straight to bed for us. Delicious. Okay, any day that I'm not told a hurricane is on its way is a good day. What's up, Farmer Fran? Remember what we were talking about yesterday. How to take care of cows, right? Today I'll teach you how to milk cows. First equip the milker and then... Oh, I don't have a milker. The blacksmith will sell you one. You can use the milker to get milk from your cow. But it only works once a day. Milk from cows is a great way to make money. But I don't think we're going to be taking in cows. Maybe. I guess it'll be up to what you guys say. Gonna learn to make a stir fry. All you need is cabbage and oil and a knife. And a frying pan. I'm not sure if the soy sauce is necessary. But we don't have any of that stuff, Naru. I don't have the space for that stuff. Chunky wine, Jake. Was that the intention or did they store it wrong? It sat on my kitchen shelf for too long. Also, I just heard a cock, so... First and foremost, get the honey shipped. Oh, I love you, Popuri. You're all grown up now. So here's your food. Start producing me delicious money-making eggs. He doesn't have a milker, point and laugh, Farmer Frank. Oh, man. You know what? Part of the game is about getting sheep and cows, so I think we will. They are very expensive. But we might as well, right? Kev says, what is even the point of sheep in this game? They make less money than cows, and that's it. They're just a worse investment than cows. They give you wool that you can turn into yarn, if you have the yarn maker. Might as well give our goodie here to Popuri. But no, getting sheep is a terrible idea. So we're gonna do it, I think. We're on pretty good terms with Popuri here. It's making me feel a little disgusted for how I'm doing with Anne. Whoa, we got her all the way up to green? Whereas you're sitting there on Blurple, this is not boding well. So all these stumps, and we can't do anything with them, which is a shame, but such is life. We'll get our axe back in 2 days. Unless it's a Thursday in 2 days' time. Oh, would you look at that, it's going to be a Thursday in 2 days' time. We might not be able to get our axe back then. We shall see. Now, a really nice touch that they did in Rune Factory 4 was they allowed you to put down your spring wherever you wanted it. Not the hot spring, but a water spring for drawing water. They were expensive, yes, but you started with one, and you could put it down wherever you wanted. And oh man, what a joy that was. Can't remember, did I see to Caesar today? I don't think I did. Seems like something I would remember doing. Well, slow down there, Caesar. So even though a lot of the game is spent doing the same monotonous actions, it's pretty enjoyable. It's nice and relaxing, and that's what you want on a Sunday. Need to take a step back and relax from this rock and roll lifestyle of streaming and making video games. And Farmer Marvin here looks like he needs to chill out a bit as well. Still, I need to be making money, so out you go, and out you go. We still have our pole, which is good. Maybe we will go and do some fishing then. Just to burn some time. Slaying Onis would have been relaxing too, Jake. Well, Lucas, maybe you shouldn't spend all your Saturdays golfing. Don't forget the open bar, Jake. Now that's right, on Thursday I did say it was fairly likely that I was going to stream, but there was a bit of a complication there. Ah, shoot. What a waste of a bit of flowers there. Bit of a complication when Amazon said, hey, we're going to have an open bar in the middle of Stockholm. And well, I was just expecting it to be, oh, you know, beer and cider and whatnot will be on the house. It doesn't really bode well with me because I'm picky about my cider and I don't like beer. But when I asked about the spirits, they said, sorry, only this large selection of spirits right here are part of the open bar, and I rubbed my hands together with glee and stuck around for a few hours until the free bar dried up. Drinking and chatting with game developers of Stockholm. Needless to say, when I finally staggered my way home, there was no stream. There was me, face down, ass up, in bed. It was a pretty good night, though. Pretty damn good night. Not even the love of a good stout, Jake. No, I have never enjoyed beer. Mead? Yeah. Cider? Okay. Almost any spirit that isn't Amarillo. But, beer and ale, no thank you. Probably because I like sweets. Let me level with you. I have never enjoyed fishing in a Harvest Moon or Rune Factory game. And this one is no exception. It's just sit there, wait for something, react to it. This has nothing to do with wooing girls, ploughing fields, chatting up mana. It's just me and the fishies. This one is really testing me. Either that or I've missed it and I'm not willing to admit defeat here. Is he fishing for a power berry? No, you don't get a power berry from here, you get it from the ocean. And you get it on spring or winter, and that boat has sailed. Alright, forget that. I think we're going to give up fishing now. Now a good mead, that is lovely. Well, the emphasis there is on good. Some people just give you some sweetened beer and call it mead. And I kind of want to chuck it back on them when they do that. When I was in Riga, oh, they had some divine mead. Well, I think I've watered everything. There's probably a way to check if I get my inputs right here. This probably shows, yeah, it does show which are watered and which are not. Must be fun to spell things out in your farm using this. Have you been to Zhytomyr, Jake? Probably not. Jake, could you name some of your favorite ciders if you think it's appropriate, that is? I don't know, the bottle's in Swedish, so I never bother to read it. But my answer wouldn't be like brothers. There's a bar in Stockholm that sells homemade mead in Gamla Stan. Okay, it's possible that I went there. I went to, I think, 3 different places which were apparently known for their mead. Okay, getting hot around here. But I was unimpressed with all of them. Remember what we were talking about yesterday? About how to take care of cows, right? Today we'll add something that I forgot to mention yesterday about the milker. You can only use the milker on large cows. You cannot get milk from calves and young cows. And not from pregnant cows either. Okay. Tip, never bother with pregnant cows. It's just not worth it. It's faster just to buy a grown cow. Right, it's time for the song hour. If you're the main character, let's hear the song. Rain of blows, down slightly, down halfway, down slightly, down halfway, down slightly. Stand halfway, times 4, jump slightly, times 4, jump halfway, jump forward, strong, return to the beginning. It's hard to go from dawn halfway to down slightly. What is this? I don't get it, and I probably never will. Alright, excellent. We got more tomatoes to ship out. You might be forgiven for thinking it was pineapples already, but they're not. They'll be done in 5 days, probably. So, a bit of a cock-a-doodle-doo going here, but... Where are my eggs, Popuri? Come on. Not feeding you for nothing here. Chickens are very easy to make love you. You just feed them and that's it. You don't need to pick them up, that makes no difference whatsoever. Just feed them, they'll get happy very quickly. Really, it's my kind of pet. I'm looking forward to harvesting these pineapples. The money is going to be intense. The trouble is that I need that money before these harvests are due. Jake, the 2 places I know that do mead are both in Gamla Stan, and they have names that do... I'm awful with Swedish names. I'm awful with Swedish in general, and I'm awful with Swedes. Point is, whatever you say, I'm not going to remember it. I just go to places. We haven't really been in Anne's good books lately. We'll give her a flower. She doesn't really care for them, but it's better than nothing. And nothing is better than giving her weeds. Maybe that's the reason that Popuri loves us so much. Even before we were getting her favourite gifts, we were giving her some weeds and calling them flowers. I think no matter what, she gives us the same spiel here. Mom tends the store, and my brother takes care of the chickens. I know. Something, something, your brother's a chicken. Swedish is the disease, and Jake is the cure. This country has been pretty good to me, but it doesn't change the fact that it is ridiculously expensive. I don't like that in a place. Alright, there's money to be made, but then there's also crops to be watered. The harvesting takes priority, but I'm going to water first anyway. Because playing by the rules is a sucker's errand. Okay, now this is one of the dangerous things. One of those slots got occupied by a weed. And I don't like that, because if both get covered by a weed, then I won't be able to jump in there and harvest with maximum efficiency. It's very unlikely that both would get weeded, since there are only, I believe, 10 weeds that sprout every day, or rather every once a day from at the 6 AM mark. Still, let's not leave it to chance and pluck any weeds we see in there. Jake's really slacking on the Karen game. Aye, well, let's see, what day is it today? Wednesday, so we will be able to drop it on Karen. But the thing is, it's not spring anymore, so I can't pick up Moondrop flowers for her, which are something she really likes. I would have to go and buy some wine for her. And wine costs a chunk of money. A big, fat chunk of money. Now, she's the heiress to a successful supermarket. But then, Anne is the heiress to a bar, and if I had to trust one on making money, I would be with the bar hands down. Everybody might need their groceries, but human desire is a difficult thing to overcome. And everybody deep down wants a drink. So how much are these tomatoes worth each? Is it 100? Is it less than that? I can't remember. Jake, is this the last game you're playing for today? Yes, since, well, I got work in the morning, so I can't stay up late with this. I played a whole bunch of Stellaris yesterday. I played Bad Dudes earlier on. Really, if I had the time, I could stream a whole lot more than I do, but I hold down a full-time job, and I have no intention of quitting it anytime soon. So the streaming has to be second to that. I think we will go and woo Karen for a wee bit. Oh, but I do love mana, so I should give her one as well. Let's grab this. Oh, they're locked. Damn. I was hoping I could go and buy some wine, but it seems that they disagree. Stream more, Jake. You already stream a hefty amount. Aye, but I could do more. Oh, okay, I could give this to Karen. Or I could give it to Ellie. We don't meet often enough. Yeah, I'm sure it's okay. You gonna give me that blue heart soon? Please talk to my grandmother. She's bored from staying at home. No, she's not wrong. She's got that all-important rucksack. Still though, I do not have the money for it, and I am saving up desperately for the house expansion. How are you doing, Jeff? Alright, we'll leave you to it. Jake, you are my hero. I have never had the urge to see you while the... I think I need to dust off my glasses and reread that one. Jake, you are my hero, and I have never had any other urge than to see you while the night away and save my soul for God's sake, and Sweden needs to chill. Okay. Jake, do you not like cooking? I mean, you could pretty easily give her some fries or something, right? You can't cook until you expand your house, and I need another... Well, I need 4,700 gold and 370 wood to get that done. And I need my axe back for the wood, and I need a good harvest for the money, so I'm held at knife point over this. Might as well go for a wee dip in the water. Let's see how we do on the money front after that. Only 3,800, so we have a ways to go here. But tomorrow I imagine we'll get the corn. And there is, what, 8 and 8 and 8 and a wee bit more. We'll get enough corn for the extension, but I still need to chop down some wood. If I'm lucky, tomorrow I'll get my axe, but I'm not sure if the... if the blacksmith is going to open since it's a Thursday, and Thursday is his day off. He's a bit lazy like that. I'll try him at 10 o'clock in the morning. Still riding a bit of a high after beating bad dudes. I did play it for about 5 minutes before I streamed it, and my first thought is I'm going to die here. And I was right, I did die. I got slaughtered, I think, 2 or 3 playthroughs. But, oh boy, I slaughtered it for the last one. The true one-shot. But the one-shot only comes when you really believe in it. Give us a hug, Homer. Man, I miss you. If you're gonna have pets, if you're gonna have kids, I recommend having them grow up with pets. Gives them a, better outlook, I think. Good boy. Alright, thank goodness. Still no hurricane coming in. But there's been no rain. It's unlikely to get rain in summer, but this has been oddly, an oddly dry summer. Normally get 1 or 2 rainy days. Still talking about the care of cows? I think we need 6 grand for a cow. There are 4 different sizes of milk: S, M, L, and G. The size matters, and of course, we'll be told more about it tomorrow. Well, I can tell you now, the more the cow likes you, the more milk it'll give. And if it wins in a competition, it'll produce gold milk. Oh, hey. Now, if he's appearing, that can mean only one thing. Our corn is ripe. How are you doing there? Hey, Marvin, do you grow corn on your farm? How about selling me one? Well, I like you, my friend. Because you are an opponent of Rick's. Looks delicious. How much? For you, my friend, 100 Gs. Get off my farm. Now you can take this corn and turn it into feed for chickens, but there is absolutely no advantage to doing that, and it's actually just a big old waste of time. Better to sell it because it counts towards your completion rate for shipping goods, and yes, that is such a thing. In fact, why don't we bring it up here and now? Where are we looking? So we shipped 492 turnips, 86 potatoes, 91 cucumbers, 62 tomatoes, 31 onions, and soon to be 30-something corn as well. I had no idea, but you can't throw weeds into the basket. I thought you could throw anything into the basket. Give us the honey. Wish I could get something that Anne really loves, though. She would love a good egg right now, but The first egg is saved for breeding. Still, let's pop by, see Popuri, make sure she loves us. What type of dog was Homer Jack? I can't remember. There we go. He was a big dog. All dogs should be big. I'm a little concerned about how much Anne really doesn't like us. So we need to see about getting the egg production going so that we can change that. Alright, finally we've got an egg. And we have 2 incubators, so... Eggs can be a bit tricky to pick up. There we go. That's really good having 2 incubators. Actually, we'll be able to get our chicken army on the go a lot faster. Might as well water these whilst I'm down here, but I need to make my way to Saibara Blacksmith on the double, because I want that axe back. Johnny Test 464 remarking at the green heart of Popuri. Popuri and Ellie are both very easy girls. They both love flowers. Granted, Popuri only loves the flowers from summertime because they're pink, like her. It is regrettable that we can't get our axe today. In a sense, I just lost a day for getting that axe. I could have as well done it the following day, but oh well. Try 10:30 at the blacksmith, Jake. Oh, you're the boss, Bane. Not going to boil the egg for Anne. You're not thinking economically. Oh wow, Bane, you sweet-talked the blacksmith for me. I appreciate it. Give me my axe. So, what do you think? Yes! Are you devoting yourself to your work? Let me show you. It's a great axe, thanks. Alright, let's go on a rampage. Probably just a prank to keep me outside of his home. Keep me wanting. How are you doing, Rick? It's not even working. So now that we have this, we do not have to chop these things 6 or 12 times. We need to do it precisely once. Oh, well, I slipped there because of the chiming bells. Oh, now that's the meaty kind of chop that means business. I mean, this is a regular chop, and this is a meaty chop. Feel my fury. So every time I let loose one of these amazing thumps, I get 6 wood. So yeah, 319. In fact, how are we doing on the money front? I'm going to go the extra mile so that I can get that house extension very soon. And I want it very soon. I want to be able to cook. I want to be able to store things. Now I don't have the hammer on me, do we? Good. There's one more up here. Barely even generating a sweat. And there are no stumps up here. If I were to try and chop this... Ooh. Never seen this before. What are you? Beetle. Very rare, but can't be sold. And also, cannot be put in my backpack. I want to show this beetle to people. Hold on. No! No! Damn it! I wanted to show it to Basil. He'd probably love rare things like that. I got greedy for a flower that I already have 1,000,000 of at my farm. That beetle's not coming back, is it? No, 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 no. Curses. You can show wildlife to people. It doesn't improve their standing or your standing with them, but you can get some nice reactions, and if that was truly rare, then I wanted to see what Basil had to say about it. Basil and Mary. Oh, can't win them all. Still, I've yet to tend to my farm properly. I should do that. Jacob Beetle is 1 in 10,000. That's not what I needed to hear, Igars. Still haven't produced so many crops that he gives a big wow face. If you produce loads of crops into the shipping bin in one day, you'll give a big old cheesy grin and say, wow, there's a lot of crops today. And then he'll pay you loads of money. We'll be able to see that when we eventually harvest all these pineapples. Oh, okay, these aren't done either. This is well I checked, because at a glance I couldn't tell if that was watered or not. Seems to get quite a few people coming in here who have played this game, but not for a very long time. So, welcome. This isn't exactly a channel staple, but I like to play it on Sundays. Which makes me wonder, is it a completely different audience for this game as it is for Fort Zombie? Because last time I put it to a vote, and I'll be honest with you, I already had this game loaded up, thinking, oh, it's going to be back to nature, no problem. And then it ended up being Fort Zombie. I had to very quickly shut down my genuine PlayStation and boot up Fort Zombie. Can't remember if we spoke to Caesar at all. I don't think we did. How's it going, Caesar? For a while I thought the whistling was broken on the PSP. Was it the PSP version? The one that included 4Girl? But it wasn't, it was just binded to a different command. Alright, we are looking good. I hope I shipped all of this stuff. Of course I didn't. I could have a lot more money right now if I'd remembered to do that. But if we can, tomorrow we get that house upgrade. Of course, this is where we're told, oh, warning, hurricane is incoming. Aquaticus is on his way to ravage your crops. And then I go, oh well. I'm probably part of the different audience. I've never heard anything about Fort Zombie. Maybe it's better that way. Fort Zombie is an acquired taste. Phew, no storm. Fair all day, maybe even getting a little hot. Oh, no, I can't miss another episode of Farmer Fran. Farmer Fran, yes, Jimmy. Remember what we were talking about yesterday? Different sizes of milk, right? The bigger the container of milk, the more money you can get if you sell it. How can I make milk in the big science? Ah, she's such a tease. I think it's going to be a day or two until we get another harvest of those tomatoes. Summer is just not the best season for making good money. You gotta wait till the very end for your long time growing crops to actually give you something. Out of the way, Popuri, you've got eggs for me. And there we go. Very soon we will have 3 chickens. And then we will have 5. Then we will have 7, then we will have 8, and I will not have more than 8. 8 is already plenty. Where are the girls at? Oh well, if they're going to take a while, I'll get my pole out. No. Oh. Well, second time a charm. Maybe this is why I can't impress Anne. Well, this is fairly abysmal. Oh, not bad actually, that's a medium fish. You can eat it or sell it. Well, I don't feel the need to be given the boot around here. Here you go, Anne. I'll start giving you stuff you like starting tomorrow, I promise. I'm kind of disgusted with myself having Popuri as the number 1. Crunch. Now, Pepper Ann. Wednesday is for lewd. Sunday is for relax. Give her the boot, Jake. She's smart as one. Alright, if I chop down the rest of these, I should have enough for my home extension. Certainly got the money, and we invest wisely. You need your house fully upgraded to be able to marry somebody. Because of course the very idea of having a man and a woman sleeping in the same bed is simply not PG-13 enough for Back to Nature. Alright, where is that slacker? It's a Friday. I think he said he goes down to the village to shop on Fridays. Now, I would love to pick up that backpack, but I can't afford both the backpack and the home extension. Oh, what hell! I think we found a new owner of this boot. Did you lose this? You homeless sod. How's it going for you? I would like to enlarge my own house. You'll need loads of money and loads of lumber. That is A-okay by me. Yes! Good timing on that one. Oh, there's Addis as well. Yeah, I got... Okay, no, I'm not giving you any of my expensive things, but how are you doing? Anything to report? Nah. He seems worried about the place being so peaceful. Maybe he thinks he'll be out of a job. There we go, that tops us up to what, 6 fish? 10 fish, wow. And no, I'm not even feeding them to let them breed. I guess they're just eating the ample algae that's inside that pool. Because heavens knows I'm not cleaning it. I had fish as pet. It was the war. Oh, me oh my. I hope you like flowers. Oh, I can't say no. And she doesn't want my flowers. I'm just her plaything, haven't I? Oh well, you can't win them all. Maybe she'll get good at making sandwiches. That's a big maybe. It's one of those archetypes I'm not a big fan of. Oh, woe is me, I can't cook. Who would have thought? It's not hard to make a sandwich. Remember when I was a kid, I stuck two chocolate biscuits inside a bun and called it a sandwich. And then I thought, no, this is an unacceptable level of cooking even for me. So I microwaved it for about 20 seconds and it became a hot chocolate biscuit sandwich. Lessons were learned that day. Callum getting straight to the point. How can you muck up a sandwich? Jake, is there any point in cooking in this game? Well, if you're a completionist, yes. Also, food is a very good way to get people to like you. Otherwise, no, not at all. If you want people to like you, it's better just to use flowers. They're ample. And there's no real reason to make people like you in this game anyway. They'll send you a crunch. They'll send you a nice letter on your birthday. That's it. Oh, and sometimes they'll give you recipes, so... I maintain, no. Alright, so I better hang around my farm at midday each day from now on. Did it taste good, Jake, or did you smoke out the house like I did as a kid? The only thing I tried to cook that ever smoked the house out was a flapjack. And man, I like flapjacks. I like them a lot. And I decided, hey, if I like this food, I should just make some. So I did, and I was good at it, and then I made some more, and I continued to be good at it. I prefer baking over cooking anyway. But then I put one in the oven, and Basil Brush was on TV. Shout out to you if you remember that show. And yeah, I forgot about it because I was too busy watching Basil Brush. Could be worse though. I had a friend that left a pizza in the oven for about a day. Never seen anything so black. Right, time for a nice dip in the hot springs, and then we'll go to bed. Kev Dev clearly watched it. He's going boom, boom. Only 3 wood left. That's alright. We'll just take a dip. Basil Brush was not great. Jake, stay up and keep us company, please. This is not an escort service, although it could be for the right price. It's just nice to relax in the hot springs before bed. I wish I had one. The closest I can do is go on holiday to a hotel that has one. And I do. Name your price, Jake. Well, I do put a price on certain things that people want. Somebody asked me, Jake, how much for you to attempt another Ryukyu World Conquest? And I said $5,000. And they said, I'll keep that in mind. Because everyone has their price. I remain convinced that I missed a spot with my watering, but oh well. Something I have wondered and continue to wonder is, if you pee on plants, does that count as watering them? I mean, is that enough to make them okay? And I don't know, and I continue to not know. But it's not one of those questions I'm ever going to pursue. I'll just continue to wonder. Okay, good. The sun continues to shine. I wish it would rain, but sun is fine enough. So what we were talking about yesterday, how to make milk in the big size. If you take very good care of your cows every day, they'll begin to give you milk in big size. Talk to them, brush them, and feed them. Just keep taking care of them. But to get the G size, your cow must win in the cow festival. But you'll win if you have about 8 or more hearts in the festival anyway. Jake, what's next? Selling yourself out for a Byzant HRE World Conquest? Oh, that sounds horrible. Oh. Careful, old man. Oh, funny, I was just watching that on TV. Alright, he's guilt-tripping me into buying a cow off of him. I'll have to keep that one in mind. They cost 6,000 a piece, though. Once we make money off of our pineapples, though, that'll be like pulling snot out of our nose. Of course, there's nothing to harvest today, which is a pity, because I want that bigger backpack, and I want it a lot. That ran out fast. Let's keep shipping that honey. It's 60 gold a day. 600 gold in 10 days. Loads of money united in a season. Jake, you should put up a public Google Doc with your price list for things and services. What do you mean? You haven't even started work. This lazy lumberjack. I love him, but I wish he wasn't so lazy. He's very Swedish. Jake, approximately how many people work at Paradox 200? We've already got a plant for Popuri. The dumb as a boot girl. But now we can finally start wooing Anne proper. We can start wooing Karen proper once we have loads of money. It's pretty finickety being able to pick up those eggs. I've got to keep Popuri fed. She probably has 2 hearts with me already. There we go. Like I said, very easy to keep him happy. It's really windy outside. Can you guys hear that? If so, I'll go close the window. If not, then nobody cares. I want a Kickstarter for Byzantine World Conquest. Well, better get your wallet out for that one. Okay, let's see if I get the positioning right here. There we go. So when you do that, you get a spa-boiled egg. Cook this by placing an egg in a hot spring. You can both eat it and sell it. Actually, eat it or sell it. But here you go, Anne. I know she loves it. Chick, if I had a spare 5,000 ducats, would you actually hold up your end of the deal? Listen, I never go back on my deals. And that is why I have been streaming that lewd alchemy game for weeks on end now, just because I broke my schedule once. You can have many virtues and ethics in life, but it's very important to be trustworthy and be a man of your word. Because even if people don't like what you do, at least they can trust you to do it. And that goes a long way. It's good to be committed in what you do, don't act half-heartedly. Jake, I thought Karen loves spab-boiled eggs. Isn't she nuts for eggs? No. I think she loves fries. But Karen loves... Actually, how much money do we have? And what day is it? Alright, let's go and grab Karen. I wonder if I will have time for this. Ah. How dare you? I was gonna get some drink for our main girl. Oh well, it can't be helped. Jake, I don't think these people know what you're like in most multiplayer games, or they would see through your lies. Nonsense. Don't know where you get that impression, Callum. Still really want that backpack, but I only have half the money for it. It's a shame Jeff won't take half now and half later. Spain says, Alchemy Meister? Or Meister? Yep, that's what we're playing. And after how many sessions? Like 7 sessions? We're what? Almost finished chapter 2. It's a long game. It's a great game. I do want to sit down and just play it for a while, even if it would be grinding. Karen likes eggs on par with Moondrop Flower. Aye, but she doesn't love them. There's no point being half-hearted with the girl you like. How's it going, Duke? Sure, eat at the end. I did more when Aja was around. Mana has already gone somewhere alone. Is she in the cellar? Regrettable. Oh well, gotta think what to focus on now. We've got the tools that matter leveled up. It is tempting to get the whole leveled up, but really, it's of limited use. Because you don't do much replowing in this game. Winter comes along and ruins all that, but hey. Jake, what are your thoughts on Stardew Valley? I am not impressed. It feels too much like... Terraria, and I did not like Terraria. And I've said this several times whilst playing this game. I guess different people just come in. When I start harvesting these pineapples, it's going to be raining money. But we still have a couple of days to wait on that. And that's assuming a hurricane doesn't come down and blow my profits away. What exactly do you not like about Terraria? The whole way the game feels. And I know that's a pretty sketchy way of justifying it, but that really is it. I don't like doing things in Terraria. When I play One Finger Death Punch, it feels good to connect the punch. When I play this, it just feels pretty good watering my crops and digging my hoe into the ground and seeing the precious smile on the girls' faces. In Terraria, things did not feel good. You just did. You ambled around. You felt very floaty. It's... no. It did not click with me. And that's okay. It was a pretty well received game, it's just not for me. Jake, did they ever fix the EU4 bug where Manchu could build the Forbidden Palace, but Qing cannot? I don't know. I don't think I've been in a nice spa in... how long? Too long, frankly. This game makes me urge for things. But very soon I'll have a bigger home, and I'll have loads of pineapple money. Pretty sure everything is watered. It's worth another check, because if I forget that, it's profits down the drain. Ah, it's looking good. I'm still keeping the flowers on the farm, because once my house is upgraded, I will have a shelf to put them in. And that means I can just pull them out whenever people want them. Or rather, when I want people to have them. So let's just have a sleep, and tomorrow is a new day. Jake, can you find wild things in this version of Harvest Moon? I've got Animal Parade as my first one, so I don't have much knowledge about the early installments. What do you mean by wild things? There are wild things, yes. Like beetles and rabbits and other such creatures. Maybe ladybugs? There are also forageable goods, grasses, truffles, bamboo shoots, berries. Phew, still no hurricanes. Time for life on the farm. My cow is sick. Didn't I teach you how to take care of cows? Yeah, but during the days you were teaching me, I didn't take care of all my cows at once, so... Okay, we need to cure sick cows with medicine from the ranch. But if the ranch isn't open, then you are just screwed. Okay, enough of the showy hour, I got no time for that. Today is, alright, the Yodel Farms cow competition or what have you. Mushrooms, berries and stuff. Yes, there are. In summer there are only 2 grasses to pick up, so it's not all that impressive. But that is not the case in spring or fall. In winter there is nothing. In winter the landscape is barren. However, that's when you can go to the winter mine and dig up the very expensive ore there. I say very expensive, I think it's worth 40 or 50 gold apiece. Still though, that means a basket full of it is 1500 gold. And there are goodies to be dug up there as well. And I do like goodies. Recently I've taken to calling nice bonus things goodies. I don't know why. I'm obviously taking it from... Worms Armageddon, where one of the guys says goodies when he picks up a supply crate. I haven't played that in years. 2 or more years. I remember being at work, firing up my laptop and playing Worms Armageddon with the guys. And those were good times, weren't they? Jake, you missed Ellie giving you sandwiches, by the way. Oh shoot, I did, didn't I? I wonder if she ever comes back. Or if I'm never gonna get it again. Well, she wouldn't come on a festival day anyway, which is today. So we'll try our luck again tomorrow. Jake, we played Worms Armageddon last year. No, we didn't. Last year I was also in Sweden, and I never played whilst in Sweden. I played while at work. In Scotland. You missed out on a free 3000 affection with Ellie eating her sandwich each day. Damn. I feel bad for that. Did I watch that last one? I think I did. Worms Armageddon MP when Jake. Has it really been a whole year since Babyface Jake worked at Paradox? I joined Paradox in the late February or the start of March 2015, so yes. Jake, are you already a year in Sweden? Yeah, 15 months now I think, maybe 16. All that time and I still can't afford a place to live. When these pineapples start giving me food, it's going to be so worth it. Worth all the many, 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 many days I spent watering them, caring for them, failing to protect them from hurricanes, and we'll be in the money. Have Caesar. That's because you're probably looking in Stockholm, Jake. Yeah. Aye, Stockholm is a problem. A problem that should be well dealt with. And is it that hard to just build some bloody houses? Thinking about it though, if I didn't have this job here, I would probably move over to some far cheaper country like Latvia. Live out my days there. I wouldn't be able to understand anyone around me, but I wouldn't have to. But instead I'm living in Stockholm, 100 crowns for lunch city. It's so much better just getting my wood in one fell swoop instead of having to doss around. What are you gonna do when Russia re-annexes Latvia? Aye, well they did do culture conversion there, so that core isn't going away. Alright, check them cows. How's it going, May? I have never seen your cows, so... I really don't believe it, Zach. Now, I'm kind of proud of myself for getting that green heart, but on the other hand, it doesn't have the same impact as a green heart with any of the other girls, because Popuri is dumb as bricks. God's feeling down because cows are stronger than him. How's it going to say about it? Yes, you would. It is no joke getting trodden on by cows and horses. Huge and heavy, and they break your ribs. Testament of a boy who grew up on a farm. Okay, how are you doing though, Thomas? Now, we can't bet on cows or anything. All we can do is enter our own one, and we would get an affection boost if we did, but we do not have any cows to enter. Not yet. They're going to subtly switch them. Now, interestingly, because time is frozen, you're free to fish here for as long as you want, and if you bring a basket, you can throw all your rubbish into it, and you can throw excess fish into it as well. But this river is really bad for catching things. I think it's like 3-to-1 on garbage. It takes a very long time for anything to nibble. So there we go, we got a boot. I'm gonna try one more time. Actually, I wonder if I can get it from his water here. Ha, that's a joke. Strikes me as pretty poor river management though. If this thing burst its banks, his whole farm and his home would be underwater. It's really tiring on the eyes watching Marvin when he's fishing. Ugh. Okay, what do you propose one does? Can you fish in a hot spring? I don't think so. Wouldn't make any sense. An unusually troubled look from Carter there. But I can't see this as being all that enjoyable a festival. Seems even duller than the Highland Show. Oh, the Highland Show. Well, I'm glad everyone had fun. I did not profiteer from this at all. Jake, is this the first Harvest Moon game you're playing? I can interpret that question in two ways. This is the first Harvest Moon game I've streamed, and it is the first Harvest Moon game I ever played, but this is not the first in the Harvest Moon series. I think it's the third? Maybe the fourth, wasn't the one on Game Boy? But it's my favourite, and I've played quite a lot of them. And again, I want to try Story of Seasons. What am I going to do with this branch? I guess I could at least get my lumber's worth from it. Do not be fooled by the latest Harvest Moon games. They are not Harvest Moon. It's just a shadow with the same name, since they went bankrupt and lost the name. Story of Seasons is what you want if you want to keep going with Harvest Moon. I too want to go with it, and I need to buy it for my DS someday. But that means I also have to free up time to play it, and my current portable time is being spent on Toykoden Oni hunting. Did you check your chickens today? I don't think so. Thanks for the reminder. Jake, will you be streaming other Harvest Moon games in the future? I don't know. I don't have intentions to, but then I'm not going to stop streaming anytime soon, and there are a hell of a lot of games out there. So I don't know is the genuine answer to that. I will try fishing in the hot spring, but I sincerely doubt there's going to be anything coming out of it. I'm just not fishing there, Marvin. No, you automatically pull back your rod. So everything's looking good and wet. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get some corn tomorrow. And then Zach will give us enough money to finally buy that backpack. Unfortunately, the day that we'll be able to buy it is Wednesday because the store is closed on Tuesday. Regrettable. At least Rune Factory 4 made sure that every shop was open every day so long as people were inside it. Yes! Okay, we need a name. We need a name for this chicken. And if I don't get a name in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to go with the name that I always give my farm animals when I play. You got 10 seconds. And a 9. An 8. A 7. A 6. A 5. A 4. Okay, William. Does William have 2 L's in it? I forget and cannot read. Of course William is okay. But lucky for us, we're getting 2 for the price of 1 today. This egg hatched 2. It needs a name. 2. And Lucky the Scrub. Well, we only have room for Lucky. I'm only taking the first 2 names I see. Well, there you go, Lucky. You are a chicken. What would have been the name you had given it, Jake? I named my chickens after Resident Evil Outbreak characters, so I would go Kevin, George, Mark, David, Yoko, Cindy, Alyssa, and Jim. I think I got all of them there. So we're getting hot, but you know, the only episode I want to see is Life on the Farm. Farmer Fran, yes Jimmy. I want to get more cows. You can buy another cow at the ranch, or you can use Cow Miracle Potion. Use it on a large cow that you want to get pregnant. After 20 days it will deliver a calf. Disturbing. Jake, if you get a sheep, you better name it Rick, because he really is a sheep. Better keep that one in mind. Alright, I don't think Ellie is going to come right now, since I ditched her that other day, but I can... Oh, baby, we're going to be on this farm for a while. My pineapples are finally ready. Today is the day of big money. Yes, so they call artificial insemination Miracle Potion in this game. Sure, I get it. Our lazy carpenter continues to work on our house. This is good, it's all going to come together today. I'm going to make loads of money and nothing will ever be a problem. So, there you go. Where's my egg? If I can pick it up, there we go. So everything is regrowable, even though we're going to pick it. It's regrowable, so the base plant is still going to be there. So I'm just going to get everything watered before I start harvesting. Oh, the money I make from this is going to be biblical. Where's Rance and Sill, Jake? Well, get those names in when the chickens are born. Otherwise, there's no Rance and there's no Sill. Nice. I remember in Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, the miracle potion wasn't even artificial. You bought a bull on the farm and left it alone for an hour. Jinx, that doesn't seem very Harvest Moony. Now that you have some dosh, celebrate with booze. Voska. Actually it is Monday. Yes, we should celebrate. I don't have much time, but I should have enough here. Let's get that down. How are we doing for spaces on our inventory? I don't know how or why, but my very genuine PlayStation controller just got disconnected. Okay, there we go. And whilst that was faffing around, Caesar decided he was having none of our nonsense and decided to leave. Hold the phone there. And stay in. Right, we need that alcohol now. My parents would yell at me to stop playing games and I would be like, hold on, I need to water the crops. Alright, good, we're empty here. Oh, I wish I brought a present for Mana. Oh well, my present should be present enough. How's it going, Mana? Yes, there is actually. I would like to buy some wine. And you know what? Why not buy 2? But there's a consideration I need to have here. If I want to woo Karen, I'm going to need the father's permission. So I should buy something for him. But I'm going to buy him grape juice because Jeff actually can't drink. He's not good with alcohol, but hopefully he enjoys a bit of grape juice. The funny thing is, if you give Duke some grape juice, he gets really mad. Because he loves some proper alcohol, he does. Wonder how Mary's getting... Oh shoot, I needed to see if my beloved Ellie would appear on my farm at midday. She probably won't. But if she will, I want to see her there. Come on, Marvin. Come on. Whew. No, missing a day was failure. I'm feeling sad now. Okay, but I was wanting to see if Mary was about for a wee chinwag. She is not. How about Basil? Oh no, here's Mary. How's it going? Anna just looks so disinterested. Our Monday mountain climbs are a time for family communication. But the conversations are all about learning. It's not like a family get-together at all. Mary's a girl, so the talk should be about cute things, Jings. You could rent my fields there, Basil. I only use about a quarter of it. And I want to drop by good old Ellie. Should have brought some flowers for her, but I didn't. How's it going? She still doesn't like us very much. I don't trust the doctor, so we'll leave him to his own devices. And there goes Sasha. It's probably better that she's out whilst I try my wooing here. So before I get going on Karen, Jeffrey, can I interest you in some lovely grape juice? Great, I'm having your daughter now. Karen, I propose this. Wow, thank you. I like this very much. A toast to our successes. We'll see Rick come back from that. Well, we got Karen around our finger here, so we should be good to get back. And we have a lot of harvesting to do and only 3 hours to do it. Need to get on that. So I gotta remember, any pineapple I miss here is 500 ducats down the drain. So I gotta be at least a little bit careful. Still a little bitter about that hurricane, but the profits should be a bit of a painkiller for me. There was little point in me drinking the alcohol, because whilst it does restore stamina, it restores such a pitifully low amount that it's really not worth eating at all, unless you're going for true min-max strats that require you to carry body geyser on you at all times. But that's not what we're going for. Now the money I'll be making today. I will definitely not have time to harvest all of my pineapples right now, but some say it's a good idea to stagger your income. Jake, can you get drunk in this game? You cannot. Okay, so maybe Zach will remark on the vast amount that we're shipping today. I want to get this in just in time. Yes! Keep up the good work. Oh, I will. And there is yet work to be done, my friend. It's a little difficult when it's this dark, though, but we will pull through. Because looking at it, see, that's the kind of money we're talking about. 28 grand, and that was about half. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That was not even half of our pineapple income from this one haul. And we have another haul to do on the 26th, I think. It takes 5 days for them to regrow, which is quite long for a regrowable. But it's acceptable. Incredible, and the body says his the doctor says his body is weak. The doctor is a fool. Also, this is our barn. I think we came in it once before, but that's all you get to see. If I'm going to be getting cows, and with this kind of money I should probably start thinking about getting cows, I'm going to need some grass as well. And that means I should finally upgrade my sickle. See, now that I actually have money, the sky is the limit. But I think I will put in my sickle for an upgrade. I guess the sickle is of lower priority than the hoe. So I think I'll put in the hoe first. like the sound effects. They're cute, if sound effects can indeed be cute. I should ask Bjorn that. How full are we today? Oh man. Sometimes I wonder how I'm so good. Totally Not a Clone is asking if I can upgrade the watering can. I have already upgraded the watering can fully. You can only water one square at a time without upgrading it, and just straight away upgraded it to max. Because if you were around for the streams in spring, those were dark days for watering. I had a lot of crops and I had to water them one by one. But it's that kind of perseverance that makes the Mysteryl watering can feel all that bit better. I just wish it had a greater capacity. But, well, my wish came true in later games. So I can't be too fussy. Jake, can you get girls after they're already taken? No. And as much as I am trying for Mana, I know she cannot be had. If Karen marries Rick, then you're never going to be able to get her. But I have never seen my rivals marry. I don't think I've ever played this game past year 4. Hell, I don't think I've ever played it past year 3. It's not an exciting thing to do, and you have to see the rival events, which I think are fairly RNG. Oh, we're going to be smoking the money by Tuesday evening, and we are already fairly flush. How many slots does that basket have, asks Twin Kishi? In any case, it has 30 slots. It's not really slots because you can't pull them out, it just has a capacity of 30 sellable items, not specifically crops. Alright, so things are looking pretty good. I think I saw to my... Yeah, I'm positive I put my egg in there. Guess we need to just sleep up a bit and then say hello to the Tuesday. Did I chop all the wood? I don't think I did. And that's gonna change. Didn't even get the scavengeable goods, which now look considerably less valuable to me, now that I have my Pineapple Republic on the go. You know what to do, Jake. Go to the bar and show them the meaning of Vosk. I might just buy something good from the bar later on. Pineapples are traditionally very expensive in Harvest Moon and Rune Factory games. Let's just carry this on us. Oh, right. I'm a fool here. If I don't go to the hot springs right now, then Marvin is going to get very tired. But maybe I should dig up some Mysteryl. Yeah, because tomorrow I want to upgrade something anyway, so we shall do that. Not sure what, sickle or hoe? I guess it makes more sense to do the hoe first. And I have a bit of a suspicion. Now, you know what, sod that. I have a bit of a suspicion that my house is going to be finished tomorrow. So I'm going to grab 2 of them. I have a bit of a suspicion as well that the crunch where the hole is not preset. But I can't prove that. It's just a suspicion. Jake, I wasn't paying attention. Do the pineapple plants stay there after a harvest, and can you get 2 harvests off in one season? Also, do plants get auto-watered in hurricanes? I do not know about getting watered in hurricanes, because you can't leave your house. Hurricanes do provide water in the Rune Factory games, but... Oh, jinx, Marvin isn't feeling very good. I need to find my goodies soon. So yeah, the answer to that is I don't know. As for the pineapples, they're a regrowable crop, so yes, even after I pull them out, they remain there, and you can get a total of 2 harvests from pineapples in one summer. You cannot get more than that. I have tried. Even if you plant them on the last day of spring, have no hurricanes and water them every day, you will not be able to get 3 harvests out of them. If you want the ultimate multi-harvests from your pineapples, grow them in the greenhouse, or as the game calls it, the hothouse. Jinx, I need to find that Mysteryl and fast, because Marvin is on a very... There we go. Crunch. I dug too deep and too greedily. Are you back with us now? You were exhausted and collapsed. You need to rest when you feel tired. No. Oh well. I was correct on my suspicions here though. Welcome to Tuesday. And we now have a cabinet that we can fill with our goodies. But I don't really have much in the way of goodies for it, so forget that for now. Who the hell would find you that far underground at 2 AM? The doctor would, of course. Farmer Fran. What's wrong, Jimmy? You don't look good. I feel sick. I think you've accumulated too much fatigue. Did you use tools a lot on rainy days or late at night, or did you stay up too late at night and use your tools when you didn't really have the power to use them? Yeah. Eat something, go into the hot springs, or get a good night's sleep. Poor Jimmy. Well, that was a dark day for Marvin, but he's still alive. Oh, but I think the blacksmith will be closed by now. Doesn't it close after 12? That's regrettable if it is. No, it's open until 4 PM, so I think I want that hoe of mine upgraded. Thankfully the hoe is at 400%, the scythe is not, and that really decides what we're going to be doing. I don't think there's anything else I need to hoe down for, so here we go. I'd like you to leave now. Doesn't put it subtly, does he? Decorating a house with flowers does remove fatigue, but only a slight amount. I think it's 1 or 5. Something utterly not worth doing. So we're low on water, but we're soon to be very high on money, so I'm okay. Oh, in fact, we're going to be even higher on money if I harvest all these onions. I'm in 2 minds what to do at this point, but 28,406 ducats, that's ludicrous. We spent some of that, but otherwise, yes, it is still pretty ludicrous. Wait, where's my egg? Did I not feed you the other day? Maybe I did forget to feed you. If you forget to feed a chicken, they will not be giving you eggs for a few days. Bit of a shame for me to forget. Did I forget yesterday? That doesn't seem like something I would do. But the world is full of mysteries. I'm being told that there was an egg there, so maybe I am just blind, but I will go and confirm that in a moment. back-to-back hurricanes are great, especially when it kills 8 cows. And the other thing is when one of your animals die, suddenly the whole town thinks worse of you. I mean, that's just nasty. There was an egg there. Where? It's not under these guys. It's not around here. Oops, I don't need that. Nope. I guess I really did forget to feed the chicken. Ah, maybe you were looking at the egg in the incubator there. Roifusius. Okay, we're exhausted already, which tells me we need to go to that hot spring. Well, let's, you know, risk it by throwing down a bit more water anyway. Couldn't stop a hurricane. Villagers think you're a piece of crap. Well, maybe this is a Wicker Man style village. Oh, Karen! I like you very much as well. Come now, I'm on first name terms with that lady. So by the time Zach arrives, we're going to have even more money. I suspect it's going to be 60,000 ducats. So lots of money. 60,000 might be pushing the boat out a bit there. Let's go 55. We'll have that money after 5 PM. So let's go out, chop some wood, water our plants, and otherwise kick some ass today. I don't appear to have the money. I still don't appear to have the money. Maybe it's something you only get when you return back to your farm. Seems like a detail I would remember about the game, but sometimes I surprise myself with my powers of memory. Karen watches you in the hot spring. She must have been the stalker that saved you when you passed out in the mine. Well, I'm grateful she did, otherwise I would still be lying there more than just 6 feet underground. I suspect I have to return to the farm and collect my dough. They don't make you do that in later versions. And it is Rune Factory 4 I was playing a lot of. 56,000 ducats. We can afford just about everything we need. And we will. First stop is that better backpack. And we're going to upgrade the scythe. I need some grass as well, so I'll probably buy that. After all, if I'm going to have some cows... Oh, there's another thought. I'm going to buy some cows. Just generally going to Voska my money. Jake, what does the percentage in the menus represent? Good point. Wait, which ones? These ones? The percentage here shows how good you are with that tool. So, yeah, it's already maximum on the axe and the watering can. On the scythe, we're on 388%. Once it hits 400%, we'll be eligible to upgrade it to Mithril, or Misthril. And the hammer it's already silver, so we're 61% of the way towards getting gold, but I don't care because you do not need a hammer beyond silver in this game. At silver, you can smash all the rocks on your farm, and that's all you'll ever need to do. If you mean the first screen, then where are the percentages? Okay, 40% expansions. There are 5 expansions. I have 2 of them. Go figure. So I've got the coop and I've got the house. The next three are going to be barn, house number 2, and hothouse. 0p, I have 0 pages of diaries. 20% is overall completion that you see at the top next to Molten Farm. That counts a lot of things. Let's see if I can remember. All your chickens, all your cows and sheep. So 10% from chickens, 20% from cows and sheep, because you can have up to 20 cows and sheep. Up to another 10% from your dog liking you, another 10% from your horse liking you, another 10% from your child liking you, 1% from each power berry, 1% per, I think it's 8 recipes, but that only brings you up to 8%, so I think there were more recipes planned for the game, but they didn't make it in. What else contributes to that? Maybe some other things, but I'm sure if you care that much, you can look it up. One more, what about the halo icons? Yes, that is the number of dead animals, and yes, that is a grim statistic to check. Thankfully in this game your horse and your dog cannot die no matter how much you mistreat them or smack them with your farming tools. Not that I would ever do such horrible things. Dog and horse combined more important than your own child. That probably explains a lot. Well, it is a farming game, not a child-making game. On that note, is there a child-making game in existence? And is it any good? When I played more of Sengoku Rants in my spare time, I did learn that Rants actually had an infertility spell placed upon him by Seal. But then, massive spoiler, when Seal gets you-know-whatted, it's apparently still in effect. The Sims is a child-making game. No, The Sims is a lot of things. Alright, we're all rested up now. I'm not going to go back down into the mine because that seems to get us halfway killed. Instead, it is back to bed. Jake, Record of a Grist War is the closest thing to a lewd JRPG baby-making game. Might have to check it out for lewd night. Let's give the dog a hug, because I don't think we did. And we turn on TV and beep 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 beep. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we never had a proper look around, but this is our new and improved home. We still have a few things left to unpack here, but we'll have another extension before we know it. We now have a fridge to store our items in. I could, for example, store the red grass. Gathered up in the mountains. You should not eat it because it is poisonous, but you can sell it. And we have this, the cupboard for storing items. You can store lots of items. You can store 8 times 8 times 99 items in there. Bookshelf was always there, and this is our kitchen, so we can finally do some cooking. But we aren't going to be able to cook much until we get some recipes and get some ingredients and get some tools. The tools we can buy every Saturday. I tend to forget those every now and then, but maybe, just maybe, we can manage. Let's just go straight to bed. Jake, does Princess Maker count as a child-making game? No, it's a child-rearing game. Good boy. And good weather. No hurricanes coming to ravage my crops. How's Jimmy doing today? I finally bought a sheep. Well, that's wonderful, but I don't know how to take care of it at all. Well, it's basically the same as for cows. The only real difference is the product you can sell. What is that? Wool. You can use clippers to shear wool, but unlike milk, you don't get wool every day. To be continued again. Okay, so what are we going to do? We still have another whole batch of pineapples to get, so what do you say we get some cows and sheep? Now that means we're going to need some names for cows and sheep. I'm going to get 8 of them in total. I may or may not be able to get all of them today. I can't run the maths in my head. Well, let me think. It's going to cost... I think we'll be able to afford them all. But we also need to buy some fodder for them. Well, we'll see. Jake, is Marvin still a pathetic single man? He's one of those things. Thanks for the egg, Popuri. There we go. And we make sure you stay fed. Did I ship everything from this? Doesn't strike me as something I would forget. And I did not. Be sure to name one of the cows Maria Teresa, Jake. We have a limit on the characters. And if you start proposing things that exceed that, then more fool you. Of course, what is the limit? Can't actually remember what the limit is. But it ain't long, it's like 8 letters. But we shall go shopping in just a wee bit. Hopefully Barley's farm is open on Wednesdays. Can never really trust these people to be open at the right times. Yeah, I think the limit is 8 characters. We're going to find out very soon. Really, I should have given the flower to Anne and given the weed to Popuri, but... oh well. Jake, don't forget to name a cow Johan since you milk Paradox for all the ducats. There might be room for M. Teresa. Crunch. Alright, I'm hoping the list of names come in once we get to Barley's farm. Let's not jump the gun on that. I wonder if Goats is busy at the moment. Must be. Unless he comes by at 10:30. I think I saw him do that once. Any sign of him? No. I think he works outside here sometimes, but I do not know the rhyme or reason. Oh! Ho ho! I am curious, how much will it take to enlarge my barn? Yeah, no. That's 25,000 gold worth of wood. And it's going to take a wee while to chop all that down. But I'll keep on it. It's no big deal to go and chop down wood now that I have the Mystical Axe. I'm not buying chickens though, as long as I can get them for free, I see no need to. Okay, here we go. Time to Voska our money. If it isn't the guy from the Molten Farm, is there something you need? Well, the first thing I'm going to need is a whole bunch of fodder. And I'd be as well getting 100 of it. It's a shame I can only buy it in 99 unit packs. So, let's do this. 4 cows, 4 sheep. Hope I can afford that actually, so it's like 40,000 in total, right? Aye, that'll even leave me with some left over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 letters. Let's get some names going. Well, we'll start off with one name that we must have, and that is Rance. He will be the prime bull of the lot. And you can't have Rance without having Sill as one. Is Sill 1L or 2? I think it's 1. I hope it's just 1. Hopefully someone will keep me correct on that, because I can't exactly go and check it out right now. Rance will be a horse. No, the horse is Caesar. Really? Is it Sill with 1L? Kev Dev is telling me it's 2 L's, Jake, but I don't think it is. Well... 2 L's just looks wrong, though. Man, I really don't want to get it wrong, but I don't want to trust just one person telling me it's that. Okay, hold the phone there. Let me just check it out for a moment. Because I won't be convinced unless I see it for myself here. No, I am blind. That is definitely 2 L's. Okay. Back up you come. Did I name her wrong in something else then? Cheers. Alright. Third one. Shit at Sue. Okay, we got enough for that. I bet that would get blocked on some blocks there. Wouldn't be able to say that on the Capcom servers. Okay, what other names have we got coming in? It's our last cow. He needs a good name. Since he's a big fat guy, I'm thinking it's got to be Master Higgins. And 4 sheep. And yeah, Rick is a bit of a sheep. But I don't think he even deserves to have a name there. A sheep is too good for him. We're gonna call our first one the Master. Thank you, Master, for giving me good crops this year. 3 more to go. Man, goodbye money, I knew you once. I do like the idea of having Devalwa though. Deval... Wow. So close and yet so far. There we go. Jake, you missed the opportunity to name your cow Burger. I'm disappointed in your lack of freedom. Nonsense. Oh shoot, we don't have any of the tools, do we? And the blacksmith is closed as well. Oh well. Alright, I need 2 more names. 2 more good names for sheep. Let's scroll up, maybe there's something good here. The Public for a sheep. I don't get it at all, and it looks a little too long. Habsburg. I always forget if it's a P or a B. I think both are correct in some way. Habsburg. I think it's a B. What did somebody say earlier? Somebody else spelt it with a P, though. I guess that someone else is just completely wrong. And our final sheep. Yeah, I'm taking the last one can be called on. I'm not really feeling it for Enrique actually. I wonder if there's space for Marisa Teresa? Teresa? That's 7. Nah, there wouldn't be enough space for all of that. If anyone's a sheep, it's Enrique Trastamara. Alright, we'll go with that. Enrique. Okay, really I got more money than I thought I would have at this point, so I don't see much of a reason not to buy up a whole bunch more fodder. It only costs money, right? We do not need a bell. Do not believe those lies. Bells are completely unnecessary. Thankfully it's Wednesday, we can go to the store and... How you doing, May? You are far, far too young, but... Plan your investments well. Alright, nice little soundtrack to spend that huge amount of pineapple money on something. And some insane routes, you'll be buying up them all in spring. Which is just madness, but it can be done. So my percentage should be 28. Yeah, because we now have 4 cows and 4 sheep. Really, I could have bought 5 and 5, but the thing is, 8 is a good number. Because there are 8 slots in your backpack, and I hate doing more than I have to. Oh dear, there's no Karen for me to woo. How are you doing, Jeff? Well, I'll help you out there by buying a ludicrously overpriced rucksack. 5,000 gold, bargain. Look at all that space, it's perfect. Now there's another thing that I want, and maybe you can supply me with, and that is grass. There's nothing else I particularly need to spend my money on except for a better scythe right now. But I'm going to need some grass seeds. And how many do I want? Well, that's actually a pretty tricky question. Especially when it's 500 gold a pop. But I suppose... Yeesh, 3 and 3, I guess I could do 9. 9 seems pretty good. That's a lot of money though. Well, isn't everything? I'll take 9. Alex Requien saying, Jake, how you doing, my man? Would you do a small quick tips and tricks beginner guide for Stellaris? I wouldn't trust me for beginner tips and tricks with Stellaris. I have played 3 games and I've lost 2.5 of them. I only just pulled through with Navarra. So I cannot, in good faith, make any kind of video where I'm telling somebody how to play that game. Now I came here to give these flowers to your grandma, Ellie, but now that you're here... Aren't you bored, Stu? Let's do a bit of maths here. 3 people, 2 beds. Who sleeps with who? Oh well, I can't resist. Ellie gets the flowers. And whilst we're on the wooing train, we do have some goodies that could make you see us in a better light. And they only sell for 100 gold a pop, and we are now making tons of money outside of that, so I'll just give both of them to you in the hopes that I can get blue-hearted. But no, you're still blurple. Grandma probably sleeps in the chair. She dies in that chair as well if you're playing 64. So we've done plenty of good deeds for the day. I dare say we should finish off tending to our crops. My hoe is currently getting maintenance, so I can't actually plant this grass. But I will. Its time will come soon. Never forget the honey, it's 60 quid for free every day. Might seem a bit counterintuitive since I just got rid of 2 100 gold grasses. But trust me, I know what I'm doing. Now after the next harvest from the pineapples, I can safely cut them down. I should probably do that to fully level up my sickle before I put it in. And I'm confident that will be enough to level it up entirely, and I'll be able to get ready for the fall. Now the nice thing about the fall is that I'm already drowning in money. Well, maybe not now after I just busted it all on animals. There you go, Caesar. Caesar's probably up to 4 or 5 hearts with us by now. 5, yep. As long as you whistle and brush him every day, it's fine. If you don't know that whistling helps, and why would you know that, because the game doesn't tell you that anywhere, then you'll probably have a bit of difficulty with that. If you ever miss days. So, I guess the story there is don't miss days. Okay, it's all looking good. And now I can... Oh, my hoe is still away, so I'll deal with the flowers later. Well, I could do that, or I could just start harvesting them now. And this is why I wanted to wait to get the backpack and the expanded house, because what I can do is take them home. Because when the seasons change, all those flowers will rot, and they'll be no good for anybody. But what I can do is store them lovingly. There's a button here. I'm sure of it. I was certain that there was a quick transfer button. Oh well, guess not. Do I have anything else left to water, or am I good to go? Oh, it's all looking fairly watered to me. I could well be blind, but that is my problem, not yours. So, say hello to my new friends. I can't remember if talking to them does anything, but brushing sure does. Now, taking care of your animals is best done at the start of the day, because they're all going to be right next to their feeding troughs, and it's just going to be another part of our schedule, I suppose. You know how good I am at keeping schedules. I really don't know if talking makes a difference. I'm going to have to check that before I go out of my way of doing it. Now, if you could please move out of the way so I can feed your fat asses. It doesn't matter which troughs you fill, but it gets a lot easier when I have two, or rather an expanded barn, because then they won't all be getting in my way. Notice that they're quite small. I will have to wait a wee while for them to grow up. Jake, why the change of heart in getting animals? Thought you didn't like them. I just wanted to. Here comes Zach again. Don't think he's going to comment about making loads of shipments, but he will give me the money. Not much money, but still money. we're going to fill this up with grass very soon. That'll keep us tied. Jake, you do get affection for talking to your livestock. Okay. It's an enormous time sink, so I don't think I will. I mean, I'll get a little bit of affection, but it'll be maybe a third of it all. Brushing and feeding, that's fine. In fact, feeding itself is just fine. It's just a lot slower. It's comforting to know that he's completely naked under that. You don't need half-hearted people who cover themselves up in the sauna. What's there to cover? Only your shame. I do like the Scandinavian approach to saunas and such. Jake, odd fact, the brush does not increase affection of the farm animals, only the horse. Okay, that's disappointing. I had my suspicion about that, but oh well. Farmer Fran lied to us. As if life on the farm would ever be a place to find misinformation. I'm disappointed on all your behalves. There we go. Still no hurricane on the way. We're safe and sound. But I'm going to call it there because I've been streaming for over 5 hours. Maybe just shy of 5 hours for today. So, I'm going to go to bed. Cheers for joining. It's been a pleasure as always playing Harvest Moon Back to Nature. I love this game. It will continue to be a staple of Simulation Sunday when we don't want to be playing Lag Simulator or Quality Ship Simulator. So, from me for now, cheers. Cheerio.